As always, delighted to be with you. G3. Good move. F5. Well, I'm contemplating F4 actually.
So far, so good.
G6. After this move, knight C3, they have this position. So knight C6. He has made that decision. So this is the current position. Knight F3. And D5.
Yeah, I think that definitely will be pleased with the outcome of his opening preparation in the sense that, he's the person on the sunny side of the torture. And achieving a two-result game, meaning a draw or a win,
Knight E5. That is a very nice tempo here. Okay. That's an ideal square. Which makes a lot of sense. So, knight E4. It's preparation, guys. Yeah, you're right. He did it for a reason. I mean, he's sitting there saying, okay, I want to blast open this bishop's diagonal. Was the choice in the World Championship. D5.
I'm gonna go. Oops.
And we have bishop F4 with this, or... Oh, it's a win! No, oh... And, by the way, not only is what's the body count? This is a different Berlin than I'm used to. Knight C4, castle long. But in this case, whoa, has got the game almost in hand. B6, yeah. Bishop B7. I must say, I wasn't looking there myself. G4, castle long. I thought G5 shut it down. Okay, you are going to go this way, yeah. B3, rook to D7. Rook to D2, bringing his pieces to the defense of his king. Okay, A6. We did see A4. How did the engine see it? Queen C4. I think that's almost a force majeure. Ah! And now, after Queen G7, he's got his ideas still. And is this an issue if black plays H4? There's something about that move I do like, but that's because I'm the pawn grubber. People would like to, other people would like to try to make these sacrifices work. No. The knight on E2, E5, bishop back to G3, H6.
I'll go king c3.
Knight g4.
I'll go king d2.
Played a5. Stay in the game. After this move, knight c3, g5, check. Bishop to d7, check. But I could just kick you back. King f6, knight f2. Right. Very, very nice. If I deadly check, he's played king g6. We have king g4, king e2. Yeah. King g3. His king is so safe. King e3 and yeah, e6. We have king g4. Big win here in this ending. Wow. Sorry, back to this important game. e4. I'm not used to such tactics. And d5. Frankly. Knight b3. Well, I want to say potential sacrifices. The move I'd really like to play against is knight b6. Queen f3. That's pretty significant, I would say. Castle long. Guess what? They got exactly to this ending that we had expected. Played knight f3.
This was really cute.
This is that's a terrible trade for you. e6. Ah. Yeah, okay, so black has issues, no question. What about d4? f6. Hakasito, senor. Bishop d2. And what do the engines say? Bishop d6. How did you deal with friendship issues? Okay, fair enough. g3, c6, bishop g2 always makes it a little bit awkward. I always had difficulty in my chess career playing against somebody I was really close with. Bishop f7, castle long. From the, Hakasito, senor? It's preparation, guys. Oops. c4, because again, I need some help here. What's going on here? That's Rick confirmed, the Illuminati, the all-seeing eye of Horus. Okay, very, very nice. Thank you. Bye-bye. Knight on f3. Actually, it's a bit awkward. Sorry. Let's go. c3. No, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's all scary. a5. I'm going to be afraid of that happening, so with the idea of f5. I'm not used to such tactics. h3. c5. I don't like this. No worries.
Definitely.
There is a big threat. Give me your queen. Knight g6 is on board. Castle. And I found attractive. Dude, you tricked me. Oh. But now maybe I have just the timing I need. Bishop d3. Castle short. It's not good. It's not good. And even worse news is awaiting. Why? b4. Taking quite some time. Yeah, e6. a3. Yeah.
And it's very clear whose king is more vulnerable.
And what do the engines say? f4. Sorry. Very threatening. I start to think, da, da, da,
So there was tricks like this.
That looks like a pretty straightforward idea. Well, e4. That looks terrible. Oh my word. Mm-hmm. Rookie one, you found it. It's a girl. Okay. e5.
And that's very simple for him.
d5. And is this an issue if black plays h4? That's exactly what's going to happen. Oh. Uh-oh. Stay in the game. e4, h5. And we got to this position. Well, I've been anxious to play the move knight e5 for some time. It's a hybrid. It's a, well, queen to e2, by the way. That's what I'm thinking as well. f3. So you're right. Check. Okay, fair enough. Because I didn't want to allow queen f7 and g4.
And it's very clear whose king is more vulnerable.
He did go queen f6. Oh.
Rook c8. Many games have been played from this position.
He came up with this move, rook d1. That's a nice one. King g3, queen d6. Deadly check. I just didn't understand the move h6, king to g3, e2, rook e7. So king f8. That looks like a pretty straightforward idea. Right.
Oh my word.
Big win here in this ending. Exactly, but let's just take a look at in real time through the magic of video as we can see the replay of what happened. Will we see an open Sicilian Najdorf? Alpha 0, 1 e4, and let's go. The e5 actually skedaddled knight f3. So knight c6. Bishop b5 is the most natural. Fantastic. And guess what? d6. d4 landed on the board. Exactly. Bishop d7. And you want to come in? If you want to trade queens, you kind of, you're helping black f3, knight f6, and again, that just kind of keeps this majority, in line. c4. All very classic stuff. What to do?
Then black has another very nasty little move.
Queen e5. So we got. Are we here now?
My experience has told me that black's game is not only playable, it's really good.
And lovely. Bishop d7. It will be very intriguing to see. Castle short. Aha. Why rush? Bishop b7. Of course, you just simply want to play bishop to e3. Twitter went ballistic. Castles. But now, forgot his preparation. Exactly. Knight c3. Now, last time I played c6 and I got myself into trouble. Well, I mean, I was raised on Akiba Rubinstein. And we do have g4. No, for sure you're not doing it with tempo. Don't I? No. And how would the game have continued in such a case? What to do? Now, excellent. No, that was a brilliant knight f4. Check. Gotta think that white's a little bit better. Right. What's going on here? Jeez. Okay.
Forbidden on 4 continents.
Knight f5. Bishop f6. Knight h5. Very, very nice. Oh, bishop e5. Sorry. Okay. g6. Check. He's got his ideas still. I was about to say, I like the knight on f4 very much.
h4.
King g7 on the board. Bishop g5 and d5. I don't know. This move, rook b4, came very, very quickly. I was about to say, I like the knight on f4 very much. Rook c1. Rook b1. Rook on e2. Knight f4. That's really fascinating final position. Okay, that was a fun game. Knight on f3, rook on e2. Yeah, then I get to play knight d4. Played knight f3. Okay. Push him, baby. D5. Knight G3. Horrifyingly bad. D3. F5. Oh.
No, no. Now I start wondering, have I blown it? I don't know. Did I blow it?
I was just going to say that this was the old line, Bishop E6. Yeah. I found attractive. E4. But no, right into it. Bishop G4. I feel like I've got some counterplay in those previous positions. I didn't have anything going for me. But, so yeah, if you could just put right. And now this feels like black is just fine here.
But concrete analysis suggests that black stands quite okay after such a line.
Oh my. Bishop B6. This is too exciting. Rook E1, you found it. I must say, I wasn't looking there myself. C4. Exactly. And knight E5. Absolutely. But now you've got to justify what's the follow-up. Uh-oh. Sure, I would take it. By the way, just everybody, once again, don't blunder a tactic. And how did that line go again? Once again, I knight c5. A move we've been hitting the drum for some time. C3. Oh yes, this is beginning to get more and more unpleasant. Check. And I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move rook on f1.
Did you guys just turn off my Skype?
Yes. Well, it's an intriguing attempt, and I'm forced to move my king. Mm-hmm. And say, what do you got? Precisely. We did see a4. It's all about the initiative. Rook a3? Oh no. Well done. Oh yes. Maybe knight e5? My queen post up on f4. That's very different than what I'm used to. King e6. Wow. Correct. But now you've got to justify what's the follow-up. Queen to c4. Check. King f6. Queen f4. Okay. Check. King e6.
That looks kind of interesting. Okay, but...
And basically, very irritating checks. King e6. Rook d8. Oh my word. Check. If I... King f6. Check. I thought g5 shut it down. No question. b6. So this was the moment when we thought, oh my goodness. So I was going to put my king on f6, okay? g3, g4, knight f5. We do have the move rook d4. Knight e4. Sweet. Knight c5. Check. Knight e4. It really does feel like it comes right out of some kind of Ruy Lopez, doesn't it? Knight f3. Queen to e2. Well, check. Yeah. Check. Oops. Check. That's really fascinating final position. Well, thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our coverage. I'm contemplating f4 actually. f5. Take, and g4.
Right?
I thought that was a nifty way. What's going on here? Jeez. e5. f5. Wait a minute. g6 and
So there was tricks like this.
e4. I don't get paid enough. Exactly.
And we continue with, oops, yes, yes.
That same kind of nasty checkmating. Well, here you don't have. Oh. I'm a happy camper. That's no kidding. And d3. And he played it so fast. Bishop f7 was played. Knight b3. Just been blitzing out their moves like no problem. Bishop b7. Bishop c3. But yeah. There's a massive threat of bishop on f6. Don't have too much fun at my expense. Knight g3. And is this an issue if black plays h4, knight h5? So he's, again, looking to just eliminate this rook off the board. Bringing his pieces to the defense of his king. Queen e7, no worries. They're so good. Bishop b2. Bishop d2, don't I? No. Potentially, if you were really worried about your material, you could. Knight d8, castle long. Knight e6. I'm just looking at this position. Maybe it's asking too much. Bishop g4. Very, very interesting game. Rook h8. Queen g6. Mm-hmm. That's the trick. Knight c5. Well, I just wanted to say, I guess you just have to calculate that isn't causing any accidents, because at the moment this guy's still active. So, like, there is always these. Well done. Oops. It will be very intriguing to see. Right now. It's preparation, guys. Castle long. Well, black is up an exchange. Correct. It's all action, action. But now, okay. It's all action, action. Yes. You know me, I'm a pawn grabber, man. You gave me one, can I have another? Bishop to b4, b6. And where does it, rook on f3, rook d6 as expected. Rook b6, there might be some trickies.
Again, after many, many countless master games, it is considered that the only move for white, is the move queen g4.
Queen c8. So rook b6, queen b6, ready to be gobbled up. Queen David 8. Right. h3, rook g2, the best move.
b4.
Played a5. It was sort of like
He goes king b3.
bishop g4. And I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move rook on f1 check. Oops. Very irritating checks. And I don't know. e6. Oh, man. King to the d6 square. Precisely. And king h6. King gets pushed to g6 square. h7. Check. King h6. That's really fascinating final position. Wow, what a game there. Check. That looks terrible. King e1. Actually, oh my goodness, the tactic. Yes, I am done. Thank you. pretty nasty threat. Oh man. Asking too much. King David 7. I'm contemplating f4 actually. Uh-oh. Bishop b5 is the right move? Check.
It wasn't rigged.
Why did rook a1 have to be played? Rook to e8? Is there a way to increase the pressure though? Rook d7. It's all about the initiative. Okay, bishop c8. Check. Check. Put your king on d6. You've got nothing to fear. Hold on. What do you guys say? Right. That's with a check. Queen e8. Check. d3. Lovely. Oh, well. Queen d7.
This was a real disaster. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. This was very, very hard.
Wow, what a game there. b5. c5. Bishop to e4. I would probably go for it myself. b3. Well, we got to do that ASAP.
A 100%.
Queen a6. Right. Correct. Your intentions are clear. But how did we get here?
And we continue with, oops, yes, yes.
The oldest defense in the world, run fast.
Bishop e7. Okay, so, wow.
I like that expression. I don't know. I think it was Tartikover. Tartikover said everything. Pin 'em and win 'em.
Whoa. We're going to come back shortly.
Now, guys, be honest. Was it as good for you as it was for me?
I'm predicting 1 e4. d5. Castles. Oh, yeah. c6. d4. He has played f6. Okay, so we're up to here. c4. I mean, really, we're blessed with great chess players. Right. It was like, he played knight d3 with a little twist. No way. Fair enough. I think that is absolutely the way I would judge the position as well. And I was about to say, I like the knight on f4 very much. e5, the best move. But I could just kick you back. I was just going to say that this was the old line, bishop e6. Right. If you can torture your opponent. So I don't see why this shouldn't be good. 93. It's style. It's all about style. Bishop d6, and then of course knight d5, and we're here, guys. Actually skedaddled. Queen e5. Rook to e8. But we do have on the board queen f4. Yes. And what do the engines say? Precisely. Rook e1, you found it. Queen a4. Oh my word. Right, right. Taking quite some time. King g2 was played. h5, h6, d4, which I don't like at all. And maybe a move like queen to c4. Big win here in this ending. Well, thank you. Okay, let's do it. Knight on f3, e5 as played in the World Championship match. e4, but very double-edged as well. c5.
Castles.
Wow. Knight c6, c3, very natural move indeed. Wow, this is a really double-edged queen b8. I just like a4. Exactly. Again, this knight went to f6. And what do the engines say? d6. Bishop g5. I just didn't understand the move h6. My pawn grabbing credentials. And after h3, bishop d7, knight c4, g6, knight e3, bishop g7. And we're up to date. Knight d5, queen david 8. I'm waiting. a5. So knight c6. Yeah, indeed. That's exactly what we have gotten. b4. Yeah, a6. Hey, man, I got the two bishops. I'm seeing that you want to play b5. Well, here you don't have... Oh, and this is where you like the move f5. No kidding. And they're, very, very tense moves indeed. Right. Check. And what do the engines say? King g2 was played. Check.
And I'm just thinking that black is having the more fun here.
Okay. Queen f7. Queen e2. h5. Rook b6. It's all going very, very badly, I'm afraid. Queen d7.
Forbidden on 4 continents.
King h7 was played. Queen b3. Oh, makes a lot of sense too. Beast mode. Bishop f8. And what do the engines say? We've been looking at queen c4, queen david 8, using his preparation. Yeah. Played b5 right here. Looks so impressive. Queen d3. Those tricky knight moves. Yeah, you're right.
Bishop h6.
I take with a tempo. Rook on f3. Well, bishop g7 easily. Queen d3 check. Oh, yeah. No, I understand. Queen c2. I mean, Twitter went ballistic. So clear. Like, for example, let's say I go here. Oh my gosh. Queen d7. Well, the extraordinary part there, check. Queen f3, check. King h6. You know,
Then black has another very nasty little move.
queen to c6.
Sometimes chess can simply be a very, very frustrating game.
And then came d5. Well, sure. d4, queen c7, d3, h4, queen d6. It's bizarre. Cool. Knight e3. There you go. Come back tomorrow. As always, delighted to be with you. d4. Hakasito, senor. g6. Oh. These types of things, and black should not be just sitting waiting for white to execute knight to b3. f5. Well, what you know how sweet it is. G3 and you know me, I'm a pawn grabber, man. Can I just like boot you? And now. Indeed, that's exactly what we have gotten. Yeah, you're right. Oh! The move I'd really like to play against is knight b6. Knight c6.
Many games have been played from this position.
And then, of course, f4. This position is good for white. Correct. c4. I mean, the Berlin lives another day. Precisely. Suppose I did something like knight f6, d5. Let's get those ponies. And they're, very tense moves indeed. Absolutely. And knight b4 has been played, by the way. Well, wait. Why is that so nice? a3 is not knight on a6. This bishop on d4, I personally find it annoying. A huge positional threat. Knight g4. Stay in the game. I mean, h3. Knight f6. Okay, so this is the current situation. Castle. c6, d6. This is a different Berlin than I'm used to. Oh my word. Can I just like boot you? And where does it, E4, easy day at the office. And this is where you like the move F5. G5.
So far, so good.
D5. From the, but I really like this move Queen C2. Asking too much? Well, do we like Knight D4? It looks a little bit sad.
Oh my gosh.
Queen C7. Using his preparation. And we're getting into some of those variations. Jack.
Queen G4.
Pro Aaron Nimzovich, and I thought he was a very, very good player, and I really admire his game. And he had some of the great quotes. I mean, no question about it. The threat is stronger than the execution. Still, absolutely one of my all-time favorites. This is where he goes off the rails on, ideas that are garbage. Overprotection.
From the very start. 1 E4 and let's go. Brutal. C5.
Knight C3.
So Knight C6. F4. Right. It means that E6, Bishop F2, D6, G3. For some reason, I thought this knight was coming to B6 and D3.
This position is very unfavorable for black.
Okay, castle long. Bishop G2. I thought G5 shut it down. The bishop could almost get itself trapped, right? Okay. Knight B3. Blockade. Again.
Bishop H6.
And the players have very quickly gotten themselves into a topical position. There's a big idea here. I just like A4, A6. Played A5, Knight D7. I have seen it only when the light square bishops are still on the board. And again, all I'm trying to say is it's so simple. How about Rook A4? Correct.
This was really cute.
What about D4? We're having internet problems. I can't believe it. Oh, man. I think it may be too much to ask. Uh-oh. This position is good for white. Exactly. Bishop B6. Rook D7. We're going to have to move real fast. Well, wait a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Bishop to D4, Knight C4. It will be very intriguing to see B3 and oops. Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Sure. That's with a check. That's a very good move. No question about it. Knight on F3. Bishop B6. Queen E5 check. Okay, very, very nice. Well, okay, very, very nice defense. I'm from the very start. Fantastic. Knight G3. So, let's see. Can I tickle? C5. E3. D5. How to judge this? I can't tickle this guy, huh? Castle? A6. Well, we're seeing a real theoretical battle going on here with Bishop B2. Really? Okay. No, that was a brilliant. Knight G6. D4 landed on the board. Yeah, B6. Can I just trade everything? And back here, C3. Bishop D6. Knight H5. Sorry, he did what?
Castles.
B3, B6. And how did we do that? Now, why would we play F6, though? I mean, Bishop G4. Well, it's an intriguing attempt. I mean, by the way, you're channeling Fabi very well, because the move I was a little reluctant to play. F5 was Fabi's choice as well. Ooh, we've got some celebrities in the audience. Queen C7. E5. Hakasito, senor. Yeah. Was played.
Many masters have tried a different line in this.
Nothing has happened. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's 50-50, meaning 50% of the time that white may win, 50% of the time black may lose. I think it's less than that. By the way, D4, I take with a tempo. I mean, I'm trying to get out of the pin, and you keep it going. And again, you're a happy camper. Help me out. How can I be more flexible? What do I got to do with black to hold this position?
Yasser's next book, The Sunny Side of the Torture.
Well, I just wanted to say, what's fun for what? But okay, I do like Queen D1. Forgot his preparation. That's the trick. F4. Right. This has been the go-to variation for white and black. Exactly. Check. His king is so safe. King G2 was played. And just I'm old-fashioned, right? Queen
e2.
Queen b5, check.
Sometimes chess can simply be a very, very frustrating game.
This was a real disaster. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. This was very.
Yes, we are back. No kidding. Do we want to play b4? Look at you guys go. d5, f4, f6. So let's say I just make a move. Yes, knight g3. Knight f3. Don't blunder a tactic. b6. Can be a very dangerous attack. Yes. Okay, so a4, I like e6. Don't have too much fun at my expense. e3, knight g6. So bishop d2, bad need of a win. But okay, sorry, let me just play the straightforward lines and then we can see what we'll do. Right. b5. That was crazy. We got to get to critical mass here. Got knight e7. Mm-hmm. Yeah, then I get to play knight d4. That same kind of nasty checkmating. Well, here you don't have. Oh, c5. Whoa, bishop a6. Very good.
E2, E4. Bobby Fischer's comment was best by test.
Right, I can try it. Right. Bishop b5 is the right move? Blockade. Certainly soak up that atmosphere, get that chess spirit going. All right, and then rook to b4. Bishop b7.
First blush, you might say, I don't know. Something weird's happening. I just don't know what it is.
Why rush? And c3. Well, wait a minute. f5. Boom. I can't tickle this guy, huh?
Castles?
Bishop f7, bishop to d4, and this looks like it's all been seen before. Theory, g5, d3.
Chess is a battle of ideas.
And back here, but okay, I do like queen d1. My pawn grabbing credentials, I have seen it only when the light square bishops are still on the board. Knight h5 and g4. Knight f6, check. Ooh, we've got some celebrities in the audience. Queen b5. We do have the move rook d4. Oh, man. So king f8. Oh, yeah. But rook d7 was the only way. h3. Oh, yeah. No, I understand. g3, check. What am I supposed to do here? Rook d8, check.
Let's go.
There you go. That was a great match. I really enjoyed. I'm predicting 1e4, played knight f3, knight f6, g3, g6. And how would the game have continued in such a case?
Bishop g2.
And d3, d6. Oops, sorry, I just have to go back. c4, b6, b4, c5. Oh, okay. Take your pick. After this move, knight c3, bishop b7. Played b5 right here. Horrifyingly bad. h6.
E to E4. Bobby Fischer's comment was best by test.
Knight e6, a5. Bishop d2. Really? Queen David 8. And
just absolutely destroyed him.
yeah, then I get to play knight d4. Knight d5 does gain a tempo. Yes. F5, F3. Right, and once again, kind of got caught in the cookie jar. Wow. I'm just looking at this position. Maybe it's asking too much. So does this make any sense to toss in this move, bishop b4, king h7? No, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's all scary. Absolutely. Rook to c6, alpha 0. Obviously, you've just been doing a lot of preparation. Queen a7. Right, and once again, kind of got caught in the cookie jar.
This was a real disaster. Oh gosh. This was very, very hard.
Okay, that was a fun game. Hello, everyone. Very, 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 very much so indeed. E3.
Many masters have tried a different line in this.
F5, G6, D4. We're in new territory now. Oops. C4. The E5. My king has been compromised, and maybe so. Bishop D2, D6. Hold on. What did? Well, knight F3. Bishop F7. Twitter went ballistic. B3. Bishop F6. Oh man. Bishop C3. I'm just looking at this position. Maybe it's asking too much. And now after Queen G7, I thought that was a nifty way Uh-oh.
Castles.
Don't have too much fun at my expense. I did the same thing against Roman Djindjiashvili in a World Open, and I got tortured for 160 moves and lost the game. That was not a lot of fun for me as black. So
Bishop d2.
knight d7, check. Well,
Maybe knight e5.
well, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying it doesn't feel really. Well, I have seen it only when the light square bishops are still on the board. F4.
Both weak points are protected.
Knight c6. By the way, just everybody, once again, knight f1, king f6. Okay, sorry. In g4, knight g3, bishop e6, h4. Keep the pawn.
On a4.
H5. Right now.
Right?
Okay, but let's see it.
Rook a3.
With this, or knight to b4.
And
So I must have had cruel teachers. At least Jeffrey Parson took a great interest in making me struggle.
Rook b1. Now, last time I played c6 and I got myself into trouble.
and now we can think about how to get this rook on h1 in the game.
King to the d6 square. I tell you what I missed. I saw this position and I had it in my mind. Rook e7, bishop d7. And guess what? I think we're going to sacrifice soon.
Knight d3.
Check. Simply played king f1, rook b1, check,
King g2.
rook e1. You found it. It's preparation, guys. What? Bishop g4. Wow.
I don't see that as very forcing at all.
Oh well. Check. F5. Well, he's trying to create an imbalance, but it looks like it really boomeranged.
And knight e5.
Check. Bishop h5. Sweet. Has got the game almost in hand. Rook d3. Rook to e8. An absolute monster. He has played f6. Oh my.
f7.
It's bizarre. Played b5 right here.
Exactly.
Oh, c5.
King e2.
But rook d7 was the only way. Bishop to e6. I think I'm happy with white. I've got rook d8,
c4.
and just calling it the way you see it. We do have the move rook d4, king e3, and put my rook on d6. No kidding.
He goes king c5.
Well, I just wanted to say c3. Well, if you're going to be insistent, b4. And they are both really moving quickly. Just okay. Now, Well, I mean, I was raised on Akiba Rubinstein. Bishop on b3, rook to d2, and he's just posted his rook up in the center of the board with the move rook d5.
So I go king d2. Rook c8.
Here I got check, king d2 has got the game almost in hand, and rook c1.
So I go king d2.
They're so good. Where did okay? So your rook c5 looked more frightening to me. King c1. That's really fascinating final position. That was brutal. Okay, let's do it. Knight g3.
He played h5. Very good move. h4.
Let's go to London and Alejandro. Alejandro, what do you make of this position? b5, e4. There's something about this game. I hate to say it, but too easy. So he's again looking to just eliminate this rook off the board. d4 landed on the board. d6. Knight d3. Conspiracy theorists. Bishop f6. f4. This feels like black is just fine here. Check. Something. Lovely. Correct. You got to calculate these kinds of lines in a blink of an eye. I was a little bit unsure about your move there. And
Okay, this may come as a little surprise, but may I introduce my bamboo stick?
I feel like I've got some counterplay. In those previous positions, I didn't have anything going for me. All right. I feel I should be trading stuff. Let me trade stuff. It's crazy. Yes. This is a different Berlin than I'm used to.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so if I just continue, because I'm a pawn grubber, you know me. Well, and I'm forced to move my king.
Did you guys just turn off my Skype?
And now, these types of things, and black should not be just sitting waiting for white to execute. So bishop d2, this is all theory still.
Oh my gosh.
So queen a1, h4. Look, that's the whole point. When I grovel, I want something in my pocket for my trouble, and a pawn usually is the solace I'm looking for with a check. It's a girl. Yeah. Rook to e8. Okay, fair enough. After there was a check. Rook c1. Bishop to e4. There's little nagging things. The king is a little bit better. The rook is better. The bishop is better. g5. Sweet. A move we've been hitting the drum for some time. Rook to d7, check. Again, with a very straightforward idea. Wow. Here's my intention. Rook to d2. The players have a lot to play for, don't they? King to g3.
And we continue with, yes.
The move rook g2, check. We're going to come back shortly. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our coverage. Okay, so let's say b4. This has been the go-to variation for white and black. f6. Yeah. e4. Nasty. b5. f3. e5 as played in the World Championship match. You know me, I'm a pawn grabber, man. You gave me one, can I have another? Bishop b2. A huge positional threat. Now, a4. That he saw, that we saw in the World Championship match. Played a5. Hold on, what do you guys say? Yes. No. Help me out. How can I be more flexible? What do I got to do with black to hold this position? Okay, understood.
So I must have had cruel teachers. At least Jeffrey Parson took a great interest in making me struggle.
Sorry. Bishop c5.
So I must have had cruel teachers. At least Jeffrey Parson took a great interest in making me struggle.
But how did we get here? Oh. Whoa, you just at the Oh man. It means that c6 castles. Oh my word. Knight e5. Knight f5. Knight c4. Sorry, he did what? Bishop b6. A huge positional threat. Why did rook a1 have to be played? Precisely. Check. Taking quite some time. Okay, very, very nice. Exactly, but let's just take a look at in real time through the magic of video as we can see the replay of what happened. From the very starting position, c4. I'm not used to such tactics. The e5. All right, and I was going to give you the old heave-ho.
Knight c3.
Knight c6. It's a girl. Yeah, it's an improved version. This knight on c2, and where does it? For some reason, I thought this knight was coming to b6. f3, d5. Oh my! This is don't sacrifice the bishop. Precisely. Let's take a look. What did we do last time? I think we went knight d4. And by the way, not only is castles, that was crazy. Now, last time I played c6 and I got myself into trouble. Go ahead and show us how white would. After this move, knight c3 has got the game almost in hand. g6, e3, yeah, knight e6. You know me, I'm a pawn grabber, man. You gave me one, can I have another? d4 looks good. Bishop f6, so slightly worse position. The knight on e2.
Both weak points are protected.
Why did he play queen d7? And we've seen king g7. Well, fair enough. I think that that is absolutely the way I would judge the position as well. Queen David 8. I'm inclined to seek the trade of queens. d5. Yes. Knight c5. Potentially, if you were really worried about your material, you could. I was about to say, I like the knight on f4 very much.
Another interesting line of play would be this one.
Oh my. Going to make a sacrifice. Bishop f7. Rook to e8. Correct. Yeah, exactly. So don't do that. Knight to b4. And basically, so we're analyzing to a clean win. g5. Queen d7. I want more than that. I want everything. So bishop d2. Ooh. Knight e6. And again, you got to get your guy out of dodge. Knight f4. So, and knight g6. By the way, they did follow our line a4. a5.
Okay, this may come as a little surprise, but may I introduce my bamboo stick?
Oh, it's all going very, very badly, I'm afraid. Well, bishop c4, a6, queen a7. Really juicy. Wow.
Queen g3.
Got knight e7, queen d6. So I need, in a sense, to open up the position a little bit somehow. Knight jumping to d5.
It wasn't rigged.
Knight b4, bishop c4. Frankly. King gets pushed to g6 square. Knight d5. I don't like this. Because I didn't want to allow queen f7. Don't I? No. a7, c3. White has a huge, nearly decisive advantage. c2. Queen a1. Check. g3. Check. No, for sure we're not doing it with tempo.
Resigns.
Now, guys, be honest. Was it as good for you as it was for me?
I'm predicting 1 e4.
100%.
e4. Yeah. And this looks like it's all been seen before. Theory. Wait a minute. G6 and knight e3. C5. Very, very favorable for white. The knight on e2. Yes. b6. g3.
This position is very unfavorable for black.
Again, this knight went to f6, d3, knight e6. Black's queen is actually in, castle. I don't want black to get in all of the moves. I think maybe we want to get the queen into the game. Bishop g7. f4!
Yeah, really, you should have fun.
Okay. Okay, that's moving in d5. e5. Because yeah, I mean, we all like the Wings Gambit. Wow. One of the really important parts of endgame play is patience. Patience, and knight c7, c3. I was trying to trap your queen as usual. Yeah. Why did he play queen d7? Look, that's the whole point. When I grovel, I want something in my pocket for my trouble, and a pawn usually is the solace I'm looking for. Stay in the game. To f5. Taking quite some time. And again, all I'm trying to say, what? It does make sense indeed. Rook d1, knight e6. I like the move knight e2. And then queen to c6. I mean, really, we're blessed with great, great, great chess players. Rook d7, knight e3, b5. This is the current situation, right? d4 landed on the board. Look, that's the whole point. When I grovel, I want something in my pocket for my trouble, and a pawn usually is the solace I'm looking for. b4, deadbot shuffle, right? Queen e5. Okay. Oh, knight d5. Here, I'm more interested in grabbing a pawn. Well, this rook on b7 is pretty lonely as well. I'm not happy at all. Well, what's fun for what? Knight f4, well, a5. b6, a4.
Yasser's next book, The Sunny Side of the Torture.
Rook c1, knight e4. Knight on f3. Rook a3. Knight e5. That's with a check. Well, then king g7. Nasty. Yes. Rook to c6. But now maybe I have just the timing I need. Knight e6. Check. King h6. g4. check. Dude, you tricked me. Exactly. Sweet. 95. I was about to say, I like the knight on f4 very much. h4. Rook e7. Knight g4. Well, then king g7. Knight g3. Rook e7. That's really fascinating final position. Well, I think we're just going to take a very short break, not a long break. Let's start with this. b3. Card-carrying member of Pawn Grubbers. c5. c4. Knight c6. Okay.
That's my baby.
g3. b6. Bishop g2. I want more than that. I want everything. I had to play h5, I guess. Knight c3, g6. Oh my goodness. Knight d5, and we're here, guys. Bishop g7. Yes. Knight d3, beast mode. Castle short. Castles. Well, do we like knight d4? How to judge this? b6. Oh boy. e3. Knight f5 to get an advantage. But rook c2. Rook d8. Knight f4 got knight e7. Okay, so
it's like, you got to weigh the scales of like being bored to death and then, just not being able to solve and find the answers.
excuse me. By the way, right now, was that from a basketball? And I'm looking at some crazy line before. Oops. c4. The players all played some very, very common routine moves. b5, a4, a6. Those tricky knight moves. And then can I... Okay, and then you have to... what's the verdict here? King g2. Can an argument be made for queen b1, by the way? And back here, queen b6 was the choice in the World Championship. Check, king g7, check. The e5. Embarrassing question. Have you ever been in that situation where you've gotten your preparation at the board, it's all going so very well, and then you just forgot what you were supposed to do? That's all she wrote. Wow. Well, this was... I'm from the very start.
E2, E4. Bobby Fischer's comment was best by test.
This is the way you blow it. B6. Right. G3. Well, let's try it once more. I want to go E5 ASAP, of course. F4. Forceful move. Yes. Very, very favorable for white. D6. Knight E3.
Another interesting line of play would be this one.
Yeah. G6. F5. That's tough. Knight c6. You're a happy camper. Knight d5. Bit artificial. Oops. I think that's almost a force majeure. The knight on e2. Okay, well, we'll see. And again, all I'm trying to say, f6, knight c6, castle long. They have this position. After h5, b3, rook to e8. Some really top players, d4, d5. Absolutely, let's do it. Knight a5. But now, okay, so should I place c4 or not? That's nice. g5. Well, he's trying to create an imbalance, but it looks like it really boomerang. Yeah, nice. Okay, very good. Bishop on c3. We got to get to critical mass here. Bishop b7. The bishop dropped back to d2. Okay, bishop c8. After this move, knight c3. Now, definitely the pressure's up.
H4.
G4. Queen to e2. Exactly. Bishop d7. Bishop g5. Very, very favorable for white. b4. a6. I'm seeing that you want to play b5, and he played it so fast. You know what I'm thinking? Bishop on g2. Can I just, like, boot you? Is this a serious advantage? And guess what? Rook to c8.
How's your chessboard? I see some questions there.
Rook a6 did not seem, to my eyes, like the most natural. Indeed. Can I just trade everything? Queen c4. Rook b6. It's all about the initiative. Of course, you just simply want to play bishop to e3. Rook a6 did not seem, to my eyes, like the most natural. Knight d8. Again, the very little I remember about this, Robert Burns' idea is his queen g8, played a5, queen e8, knight d8, c6. Sorry, I'll go back.
He goes king b3.
Okay. Knight e4. Ooh, wait a minute. Rook c1. a6. Yeah.
Resigns.
That was a great match. I really enjoyed. Will we see an open Sicilian knight or e4, g6, d4? Whoa, you just at the bishop g7, f4, f5, e5.
Oh my gosh.
An absolute monster. The move I'd really like to play against is knight b6, knight b3, d6.
Knight c3.
The players all played some very, very common routine moves.
Right?
Knight c6. d5. Knight b4. That was crazy. Okay. a3. From the, knight a6. We're having internet problems. I can't believe it. Bishop b5 is the most natural. It's strange what little I know about this position.
Ooh.
Right. Help me out. How can I be more flexible? What do I got to do with black to hold this position? Queen to e2, by the way. Knight c5. Yes, please.
White's best move, according to the chess theoreticians, is the move h4. Very strange decision.
I just didn't understand the move h6, g3. Now, g5 does gain a tempo. We've been looking at queen c4.
I want to refute White's position.
Okay, you are going to go this way, yeah? h5. We saw this position. Queen a4. Yes. A world of hurt. Well, now we saw this position. What am I supposed to do here? Right. What? Well, bishop c4. Is this a serious advantage? But now, okay. It's hopeless. Why not queen a6 right away? Oh, it's a win. No. Oh, and also, there you go. Exactly. But let's just take a look at in real time through the magic of video, as we can see the replay of what happened.
How about another really good, hurtful game?
b3. You like that? Right. g6. c4. Forgot his preparation. b6. d4. Okay, if you take with the rook. But now, b6. Played knight d3. I see that you're threatening to trade bishop g7. Castles, knight e4. Now, definitely the pressure's up. Yes. No question about it. Right. If we could look at that, continue that thought that you had there for just a second. g3. All the pieces are looking good. And also, f5. What's fun for what? Obviously, you've just been doing a lot of preparation, and rook d1. Whether I like to or not, I think I'm going to shut down my bishop just for the tempo that it serves. Bishop on g2. Also, d6. I'm not a happy camper, sorry guys. Knight f4. And then g5. That's nice. Knight d3, h6. And a5. And is this an issue if black plays h4? Nice to know that people are out there working hard. g4, knight h5. Right.
Boom.
Knight f4, e5. Okay, you are going to go this way, yeah? Oh my word. Queen c2. And you want to come in? Queen e8. Okay. That is a very nice tempo here. Okay. And how did that line go again? Once again, h5. Oh, yeah. No, I understand. e3. Rook to d2. And again, queen c6. No, for sure you're not doing it with tempo. Queen d3. Queen f3. Queen b5. I see that you're threatening to trade. Well, this rook on b7 is pretty lonely as well. I'm not happy at all. I don't know. This move, rook b4, came very quickly. Well, this rook on b7 is pretty lonely as well. I'm not happy at all. King to f5. e4 check.
I'll go king c3.
a3 is not... King d2. I was going to put my king on f6, okay? Yeah. And chase the king. But rook c2. I don't know. This move, rook b4, came very quickly. King to e5. And you want to come in?
King c4.
Check. Simply played king f1, c4, c3, check.
King c4.
Rook d8. King g2. Why did rook a1 have to be played? Now, so g4 on the board, g5, and I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move rook on f1, and after king f5, g6, check. Okay, h6, check. King g3. We have king g4, king g2. Okay, very nice. These rapid games were... Hello, everyone. d4. I recall, it was quite painful. By the way, you're channeling Fabi very well because the move I was a little reluctant to play. f5 was Fabi's choice as well. Again, this knight went to f6, d5, knight b8, and after h3, no question about it. Really? Okay. a5. Knight a3. That's a very good move. No question about it. Knight on a6, g3, knight c5. But now, okay, he determined, okay, well, let me just get my knight out of the way. He played knight e2. It's a girl. d6, f3. I would assume bishop d7 is automatic, but rook to d2? I tell you what I missed. I saw this position and I had it in my mind. I was thinking I could play knight a4. Bishop to d4.
Do you remember the green man?
c5. b3. Maybe c5. I feel I should be trading stuff. Let me trade stuff. Yeah. Apparently this is theory, yes? But, so yeah, if you could just, yeah, put, right. And now...
One of those things you have to be absolutely sure. Either you're lost, won, or draw, and you've got to take precise play.
Yes. This is a different Berlin than I'm used to. And back here, a4. I'm not a happy camper. Sorry, guys. f4.
Yeah, really, you should have fun.
And oops. A huge positional threat. I'm not a happy camper. Sorry, guys. Okay. No. Precisely. Queen f3.
Then black has another very nasty little move.
d5. That is a question I would want to ask as well. Rook c1. Is it so simple? What? Okay. And I completely concur. g4.
Ooh, yes.
I'm a little bit, maybe a bit suspicious about the move, but okay. Big win here in this ending. That was brutal. So white to play. b3.
He's really bearing down.
c5. Oh my. No way. f4. b6, yeah. e3. d5 has got the game almost in hand.
Oh my gosh.
An absolute monster. f6, a move we kind of expected. So bishop d2. Right. Castle long. Is it so simple? Okay, so let's say I go beast mode element castle long. And we do have G4, E6, G5, right. Got 97. Very, very intriguing move. I was walking with Eugenio Torre. We were in Sveti Stefan for the Fischer Spassky match 2. Doing some beach walk, I don't know. So really, really nice night. And Eugenio has a beautiful, I mean, seriously, it's not a joke, a beautiful musical voice. I mean, oh my gosh.
But
And
Torre,
we're- yeah, Eugene Torre. We're walking on the beach and he starts singing, I just want to play with my ding-a-ling-a-ling. My ding-a-ling-a-ling. I was like, what? Is it so simple? One E4 and let's go. Actually, I played a lot of games with this. Well, do we like knight D4? We got to get to critical mass here. F5. The E5. Bishop to E4. Knight D3. Rook D1. So let's say I just make a move. G6. Okay. Knight F2. Bringing his pieces to the defense of his king. Bishop B7. Rook D8 that he saw, that we saw in the World Championship match. C3. Yeah, you're right. B5.
Both weak points are protected.
Queen A3 might be necessary. Actually, I played a lot of games with this. Bishop C5. He did play Queen A6 as we process of elimination. You said, Jennifer, and just. So let me just make a move here. Okay, so let's say B4. C4.
Exactly.
It's not good. It's not good. And even worse news is awaiting. By the way, there's little nagging things. The king is a little bit better. The rook is better. The bishop is better. Help me, guys.
Queen A5.
Check. What's going on here? Bishop B6, C5. Is it so simple? A5. Lovely. Knight D3. Bishop D4. Correct. King D2. King E3.
This position is forced, and think about it for a second. How would you win it if you were white? Like, what moves would you make here?
King E3.
He goes King C5. This was a real disaster. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. This was very, very hard.
Yes, we are back. E4, C5. I mean, he's sitting there saying, okay, I want to blast open this bishop's diagonal. F3, B6, right. D4 landed on the board. Oh yeah, knight C6. Bishop F2. Black's next three moves are easy. Aha. I had to play H5, I guess. If you take c4. Da 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 da. Oh, castle. e6. If we could look at that, continue that thought that you had there for just a second. Played knight d3, knight c3. Oh boy. And knight g6, and say, what do you got? First of all, that's a tempo. Bishop c2. Queen e7. He came up with this move, rook d1. Okay, very good. h4.
So far, so good.
h3, g3, really mess up. All right, very good. Sure. Queen e2. Okay. That's an oopsie daisy. The bishop on e3. So this is after. Go ahead and show us how white would. Well, wait. Why is that so nice? Bishop d6. Mm-hmm. Bishop c5. Alert. b3. It's bizarre. a6. Knight c6. Looks like it's going to end up giving the tempo right back. This pawn structure and bishop ending is superior for white. So we got. Are we here now? The e5. All right, very good. And he played it so fast. By the way, just everybody once again, knight c6. I'm contemplating f4 actually. I want more than that. I want everything. a5. And this is where you like the move f5. I'm not about to say that that's required.
What do I do now?
Castles. And then knight to d4. Knight f5. I recall it quite painful. Wow.
Many masters have tried a different line in this.
d6. Fair enough. Okay. I forgot. Queen c7. Rook to e4. Rook to h4 was played. Yeah, oops. No worries. He has played f6. We got to get to critical mass here for the check. That's a very good move. No question about it. Okay. And chase the king. Again, I think that white's for choice. I don't know how big it is. I think it's actually not that big a deal. Check. Well, if you're going to be insistent, queen c8, check. King David 7, and oops, queen a7, check. Because you also had the other alternative, which you were thinking about as well. Rook to e8, queen a4, check. Queen b5 on the board. That's really fascinating final position. These rapid games were fun. As always, delighted to be with you.
E to E4. Bobby Fischer's comment was best by test.
Let's go there. Yeah, B6. I must say, I wasn't looking there myself. F3. Now, why would we play F6, though? I mean, D4, E5, and then came D5.
This is my opening. Like, I'm playing it for years.
Bishop E7 on the board. Knight D3. And looks what happening. Oh boy. H5. Potentially, if you were really worried about your material, you could. Bishop F7.
Castles.
H4. But
B4.
so I don't see why this shouldn't be good. Right?
Castles.
Let's go.
C5. And what do the engines say? Knight F5, D6. Can an argument be made for Queen B1, by the way? If we could look at that, continue that thought that you had there for just a second. Wow. That's a surprise move. Right. Very threatening. He's ripping you to shreds. So what to do? Well, black is up an exchange. Oh, yes. Knight F4. My pawn grabbing credentials. That's a very good move. No question about it. How did you deal with friendship issues? Now, I knew when I met your mom, she said you were good for something, and I guess she was right. Yeah. I would probably go for it myself. Oh, man. Oops. And after H3.
I want to refute White's position.
G3. Knight D3. I mean,
I'm gonna go. Oops.
We've been looking at Queen C4. Oh yeah. No, I understand. Hello. What am I supposed to do here? King F1. All right. And they're, very, very tense moves indeed. Rook to E8. Deadly check. Knight E4. This bishop on D4, I personally find it annoying. And I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move rook on F1. Well, knight G5 and
100%.
fair enough. Okay. This bishop on D4, I personally find it annoying. Okay, and then you have to. What's the verdict here? Exactly. This is a glorious achievement. 94. Big win here in this ending. Wow, what a game there. As always, delighted to be with you. E4, C5.
That's my baby.
Knight E3, F6. Okay, C3. You think you'll be able to hold this pretty easily. B6, D4. Is this a serious advantage?
Definitely.
E6, F3. I mean, he needs to mix it up. D6. And D5, Knight C7, C4. Well, I'm just going to grab a pawn and E5. H4. Bishop F7. They're so good. G4 on the board. I'm seeing that you want to play B5, B3. Yeah. Gotta watch out for knight, bishop D3, A5. Wow, this is a really double-edged. Because the idea is that after, let's say, there's something about this game, I hate to say it, but too easy. King G2?
Both weak points are protected.
Knight A3, but Queen D7 on the board. On A4, Rook B1. There's little nagging things. The king is a little bit better, the rook is better, the bishop is better. There might be some trickies. Castles, bishop F2. I tell you what I missed. I saw this position and I had it in my mind. And oops, right. So don't do that. Knight D8. Queen C7.
You're burning your bridges.
H5. Shush. Knight F5. That's a problem. And yes. Nothing has happened. Oh no. G6. Don't forget the jacket either. Queen A7. Yes. That's tough. It's crazy. This is so King F8. White has a huge, nearly decisive advantage. They're so creative. Check it out.
Yeah, it's like...
Can an argument be made for Queen B1, by the way? This is...
One of those things you have to be absolutely sure. Either you're lost, won, or draw, and you've got to take precise play.
Okay, but let's see it.
Did you guys just turn off my Skype?
Queen to E2. Bishop D7. Yeah. Very, very good. knight a5 or knight. Oh, wow, this is a really double-edged. Now, because you also had the other alternative, which you were thinking about as well. Right. We're having internet problems. I can't believe it. Very irritating checks. Knight f5. Knight g3. Exactly. Check. And also, knight g5 first. And I'm forced to move my king.
Do you remember the Green Man?
There you go. Wow. Well, this was... Okay, let's do it. G4. How would the line go? E5. Knight G3. Right, and once again, kind of got caught in the cookie jar. Knight G6 is on board. Knight B3. D5. Yeah, okay, so black has issues, no question. C3. By the way, just everybody, once again, Bishop C2. Well, we're seeing a real theoretical battle going on here with A5. Twitter went ballistic. Okay, we did see A4. C6, E3. Again, I think that white's for choice. I don't know how big it is. I think it's actually not that big a deal. But knight f5. Let's go there. B6, yeah. You're going to give me a pawn? F3. And F6. Absolutely.
H4.
Going to make a sacrifice. Got knight e7. It's style. It's all about style. Yes. Easy day at the office. E4. D4. Oops. He's up an exchanger. Okay. Okay, if you take with the rook. Bishop e6.
Ooh.
I think that's almost a force majeure. So what does it mean? Because I didn't want to allow queen f7 and just castle.
It wasn't rigged.
Castle long. Knight g6. And looks what happening.
Boy.
I had to play h5, I guess. Knight f4, queen f3, queen d7. If we could look at that, continue that thought that you had there for just a second. And we're up to date. Going to make a sacrifice. Knight f1. We went queen c8. The magic of television. b5. Bishop c5. I thought g5 shut it down. There's a big idea here. g6. And, by the way, not only is
Everybody says queen g3 is the best move.
queen a6 Knight f3.
And I'm just thinking that black is having the more fun here.
Queen c4. Now, I'm not unhappy with this choice. And quite frankly, it doesn't have too much of a choice. Yes. Keep the pawn. The knight on e2. Check. Exactly. Knight g5 and does gain a tempo. Bishop on b3. That is a question I would want to ask as well. Queen d3. This is the current situation. Well, actually, we have a phone call, sorry. And I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move rook on f1. Thank you so much. These rapid games were fun. Hello, everyone. f4. There's a big idea here. g6. Okay, so we're up to here. g3.
Right. I was going to say, I think it was in Vaikonze where it was Anish Gary White against Magnus Carlsen, and they played an incredibly theoretical winner where
Very good. d3. f5. That's the Pinham and Wynnum variation, you know. c3. Bishop f7. Excuse me. Knight f2 in real distress now. Very natural move indeed. Knight d7. Right. Queen c2. It's all going very, very badly, I'm afraid. I'm going to be afraid of that happening, so, okay. b5. The bishop dropped back to d2. Really juicy. Queen a6. Castle short. Oh yeah, castle. e5 as played in the World Championship match. f5. You've wasted some time yourself. Right, I can try c4. They're so creative. Check it out. Bishop g7. And they are both really moving quickly. Just, dang. Knight g4. I want more than that. I want everything. And then, of course, really juicy. This is a different Berlin than I'm used to. Knight f6. Well, I'm going to be afraid of that happening, so. Yeah, nice. How did you deal with friendship issues? Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's 50-50, meaning 50% of the time that white may win, 50% of the time black may lose. I think it's less than that.
It's a devastating threat.
What am I supposed to do here? Oh no. After we have some moves. What were they? By the way, you're channeling Fabi very well because the move I was a little reluctant to play. F5 was Fabi's choice as well. Uh, um, there's a big idea here. H4. Knight, pardon me, rook to H5. Precisely. To get an advantage. And look, that's the whole point. When I grovel, I want something in my pocket for my trouble, and a pawn usually is the solace I'm looking for. King F6, A4, King E6. They're so creative. Check it out. King E1 and Bishop F2. And after King F3, deadly check. Bishop E5 idea. Check. Yeah. Okay, very, very nice. These rapid games were fun. Sorry, back to this important game. B3, E5. So should I play C4 or not? Fantastic. Right. Maybe C5. And you want to come in? Bishop C2. He did it for a reason. B5. Exactly. The bishop on E4 is not really protected. Keep the pawn. It was all free will. Guess what? They got exactly to this ending that we had expected. D6. Oh. I recall it was quite painful. 93, got 97. Oh my goodness, the tactic. Mm.
My experience has told me that Black's game is not only playable, it's really good.
That looks terrible. Yes. No, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's all scary. In G4, 96.
And such a high stakes game, too.
And is this an issue if Black plays H4, B4? The players are playing a little bit quicker. They're feeling the burn of the chess clock. Knight D3, castle.
And we continue with, oops, that, yes, yes.
So I need, in a sense, to open up the position a little bit somehow. Knight F5, A5. There's a big idea here. And let's just...
I'm giving you, yeah, I'm telling you the good stuff, right? And it's like right on cue.
E3, Queen C7. This is beginning to resemble a little bit a Queen's Gambit accepted, right? And we just see a move here. That's the Pinham and Winham variation, you know, F4. Right. It's a hybrid. It's a Queen D7, King G2. Okay, sorry. F5. G5. Rook to E4. I mean, he's sitting there saying, okay, I want to blast open this bishop's diagonal. Check. Oh my. Correct. Whoa. That's a terrible trade for you. Using his preparation. Where did F4, E4? What? How to judge this? But okay, I do like Queen D1, Rook D3. Okay.
Queen G4.
Big win here in this ending, as he's just played. Wow, what can you say? Just extraordinarily beautiful chess. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our coverage. D4. My king has been compromised, and maybe B6, E4, G6, B3, Bishop G7. Okay.
This was really cute.
Knight F3, C5, C3. I was going to give you the old heave-ho. So Knight C6. Exactly. Whoa, Bishop A6. Check. Bishop B7. Ooh, wait a minute. Check. So actually, I played a lot of games with this. And now, E5. You know, Knight C3.
That's my baby.
No, I'm saying, yeah. Gotta watch out for Knight.
Castles.
One of the really important parts of endgame play is patience. Patience, and
White's best move, according to the chess theoreticians, is the move H4.
F5. F3. Check. Looks like a very decent choice. And E5. Queen H6. Big bragging rights, of course. Check. Oh, man. Check. You know, again, I just feel that white is for choice. Put your king on D6. You've got nothing to fear.
Resigns.
Thank you. Let's start with this. B3. B6. C4. Fair enough. I think that is absolutely the way I would judge the position as well. C5. Knight on F3. And I see that you're threatening to trade. E6. D4. I wouldn't say it's a massive novelty or play for something, but at least there's some imbalance. D5. And guess what? Don't blunder a tactic. Okay. It's hopeless. Knight F6. Well, if you're going to be insistent, sorry, Bishop C2. Knight G6 is on board. All the pieces are looking good. Castle long.
Castles.
And I feel I should be trading stuff. Let me trade stuff.
H4. Then black has another very nasty little move.
Oops. I'm waiting. Yeah. I did have the other choice. F5. Exactly. F4. He did go Queen F6. Easy day at the office. And now after Queen G7, oh, precisely so. E3, Bishop D6. It's preparation, guys. Bishop C5. Queen C6. Excuse me. That's pretty significant, I would say. Got Knight E7. Queen D7. Knight D5, and we're here, guys. Right. Stay in the game. Right. Actually skedaddled H6. Excellent. Okay, so this is the crucial moment. Queen F6, very decent move. Played Knight D3. Rook D8. Don't forget the jacket either. Queen E5. I can't tickle this guy, huh? Push him, baby. Played A5. F4. So King F8.
He's really bearing down.
B6 and F6. And then can I? Bishop E4, F5. Rook H8. I was about to say, I like the knight on F4 very much. Nasty. Knight D5. I think this move, Rook H2, really came as a big shock. Check. Knight C4. Bishop B4. Why did Rook A1 have to be played?
This position is very unfavorable for black.
And I don't know. Rook D1. Absolutely. The move I'd really like to play against is Knight B6. Oh my. And E7. Again.
Then black has another very nasty little move.
King to the D6 square. Rook on H1. He went with Rook H4. Check. That's an ideal square. I can't tickle this guy, huh? And King to E5. For some reason, I thought this knight was coming to B6. King E6. Knight C4.
King D4.
Rook D5. Check. E4.
King D4.
Well, actually, we have a phone call. Sorry. And now we can think about how to get this rook on H1 in the game. Okay, so let's say b4. Knight e5. Played knight d3. Let's say rook h4. Stay in the game. Bishop to e6. Oh, yes. And now we can think about how to get this rook on h1 in the game. Bishop d7, check, e5.
Do you remember the green man?
Rook to h4 was played. Very irritating checks. b6. Rook on h1, as expected. Bishop b5. Ooh, we've got some celebrities in the audience. Bishop d7. b5. Knight c4. Well, we're seeing a real theoretical battle going on here with rook to h4 was played. b6 check. Rook on h1. I did the same thing against Roman Djindji-Hashvili in a World Open, and I got tortured for 160 moves and lost the game. That was not a lot of fun for me as black. So rook b1, bishop b5. And I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move rook on f1. Okay, so there you go.
Okay, I'm going to take a break just to recover myself.
So from the start, c4.
Chess is a battle of ideas.
c5. Knight g3. Right. Knight c6, e3. But why isn't white just nicely better here? e6. After this move, knight c3. Absolutely. b6. Castle. Sorry. h5. f4.
White's best move, according to the chess theoreticians, is the move h4.
Knight g6. Bishop to e4. Bishop b7. Because the idea is that after, let's say, knight g3, we got to do that ASAP. Knight h4, queen to e2. Yeah. And then we went queen c8, d3, got knight e7. And the players have very quickly gotten themselves into a topical position. Now, I want to go e5 ASAP, of course. I mean, Berlin lives another day. d4, even just knight d5, the bishop dropped back to d2. Do we want to play b4? But why isn't white just nicely better here? No.
Knight c3.
I found attractive. Queen b5. Ooh. Again, this looks pretty lame. Knight h5.
So there was tricks like this.
Well, okay, and then you have to, what's the verdict here? Very hard to argue with that. I mean, the excellent. Fantastic. f5. Exactly. I must say, I wasn't looking there myself. Okay, so rook to e8. Oops. Knight f4. No, I'm saying b6. I was a little bit unsure about your move there. b3. Embarrassing question. Have you ever been in that situation where you've gotten your preparation at the board, it's all going so very well, and then you just forgot what you were supposed to do? Okay, sorry. Check. King h7. So let me just make a move here, and you know me, I'm a pawn grabber, man.
And such a high stakes game, too. Whew.
But okay, I do like queen d1. Very irritating checks. Whoa, 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 whoa. And but check. I like the move knight e2. Can't guess your moves. Okay.
My experience has told me that Black's game is not only playable, it's really good.
Yes. And this looks like it's all been seen before. Theory, g5. Yeah. And also, for the check, Christian, what's happening? King e2. Okay, so maybe b2 is taboo? Sweet. I'm seeing that you want to play b5. It will be very intriguing to see. And I was just kind of drumming the table for the simple move rook on f1, rook on h1.
He goes king b3.
Definitely.
That's really fascinating final position. That was a great match. I really enjoyed. Hello, everyone.
E to e4. Bobby Fischer's comment was best by test. Chess is a battle of ideas.
And e5. This is Groundhog Day. Played knight f3. d6. d4. Nasty. Sweet. Knight e6. f3.
And it's very clear whose king is more vulnerable.
Bishop f6. Ooh. And we're getting into some of those variations. Right. And now. Knight f6. Knight e3. What? So bishop d2. Precisely.
The oldest defense in the world, run fast.
Queen e5. He just played rook on d1. Castle long. This has been the go-to variation for white and black. Oops. Knight c4. Knight d7. Knight a5. Boy, it sure looked like he just had such a huge advantage. Oh. Yeah, I am. I'm a pawn grubber. Knight c5. Okay, so let's say b4. Knight e6. I have seen it only when the light square bishops are still on the board. You don't want to play a move like knight d4. Oh, yes. There's a big idea here. He's ripping you to shreds. C6, C3, bit artificial. Knight e6, Knight a5. He has played f6, and guess what?
Yasser's next book, The Sunny Side of the Torture.
Very hard to argue with that. I mean, the right h5, bishop c4.
Understood.
Put my rook on d6. Well, I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying it doesn't feel really. Rook d8. Okay, very, very nice. As he's just played, wow, what can you say? Just extraordinarily beautiful chess.
How about another really good, hurtful game?
I'm contemplating f4, actually. G6. Knight c6. But in this case, bishop g7, b3. And now after queen g7, g3, b4. Bishop on g2. Okay, knight c2.
Castles.
That was crazy. So should I place c4 or not? Right. What did we do last time? I think we went knight d4. This is a page from the World Championship match in Bonn between Vichy and Vladimir Kramnik. That's all she wrote. Wow, what a game there. From the very starting position, g3, potentially, if you were really worried about your material, you could g6, c4, d6. Okay, so let's say I go d3. That's the Pinham and Winham variation, you know. Yeah, then I get to play knight d4. Okay, so let's say b4, a6. But, well, I mean, I was raised on Akiba Rubinstein. Okay, very, very nice. Well, okay, very, very nice defense. Rook to e4, f3. He went with rook h4. Here's my intention. Check. Rook h3, blockade.
Queen g4.
So we're analyzing to a clean win. Something like this. Because, yeah, I mean, I want to go e5 ASAP, of course. e6, very, very good. Queen to c6. Frankly. And, oh, my man, taking care of me. Queen b8, Queen a7.
Okay, this may come as a little surprise, but may I introduce my bamboo stick?
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's Well, I've been anxious to play the move knight e5 for some time. Check. Now this is the three-piece variation, right? Okay, check. Knight h5. And we do have the move rook d4. Rook to e4. So both players showing that they're very well prepared because they've just been zipping right along here. Knight e6.
White's best move, according to the chess theoreticians, is the move h4.
And again, knight d4 has been played. Thank you so much.
Now, guys, be honest. Was it as good for you as it was for me?